I guess it's just my YouTube. I don't know. YouTube won't load for me for some reason. Browser at some point. But all right. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, this keeps. All right. Good morning, everybody. We had the GDP revision, which means based on more data that they've been getting from the quarter two, they've been able to more accurately pinpoint what the GDP was for Q2. And it went from, well, the estimate was negative 0.8%. And so it was negative 0.6%. So it's better than expected. The market's initial reaction was negative. So that's very interesting. It may follow through like that today. We'll see. So, and speaking of the market, we are sitting at the top of yesterday's range. Get a zoom in on that. We are set to open at yesterday's highs. However, we could simply just retrace in this region here. Powell is going to speak tomorrow, I believe. Not today. If he is going to speak today, then either way, whenever Powell speaks, that's going to be what the market is waiting for. As you can see, yesterday was a low volume day on the market comparatively. And so now that the GDP cat is a little bit out of the bag, today it is likely that there'll be a little pickup in momentum and a little pickup in volume because it's tough to get any lower. What else would people be paralyzed for? Now the cat's out of the bag. So I expect there to be some breakouts today. Direction will be taken today, likely on the market, and we're going to get a larger than ordinary candle. We may test the lows of the last couple days, or we may end up going up and breaking Monday's high. It'd be very interesting. So that's the range we're working with, and we're closer to the high right now than we are to the low. So what that means is that it's actually less risk for the market to go down because there's so much range there that wouldn't make a difference because the prices have been in that range for the last 3 days. So it can do that non-consequentially. To go ahead and break Monday's high would be saying too much. It would be a whole lot of conviction over what, so I tend to think that the probability will be higher that we go down today and start testing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and see if we can find support, if there's any support down there. But simultaneously, because we are close to this week's high in the range, we're opening up here higher. It will be very easy to go and test that high and break out. And the leaders could break out. It depends on their setups. How Tesla, Apple, and various stocks are sitting. They may break out and end up intraday above the high of the entire week. So, both probabilities exist, but one's like easier and the other one would require a lot more money and flow, So I think it's about 60-40. I think I'm leaning towards the side that it's going to pull back all day and be testing this week's lows. So, all right, we'll see. And rates are at 3.13%. So that's not great either. That's putting a lot more pressure on the market, on the growth market. Oil is at 95. It's definitely been bottoming. So for anyone looking for relief at the gas pumps, in case that's what you get out of this. It does look like oil has found a bottom in this range. So whatever price your gas is, right now at the pumps, that's probably the low because it's usually about 3 weeks delay because of shipping. So this is the low out there in the gas pumps, and maybe a little bit higher for the high, and we could tread this for a while until we get some kind of a change in market direction on oil. All right, now we've got 13 minutes until the market opens, and we were looking at Snowflake Incorporated. It's up over 20% in pre-market, creating a very huge gap from 160 all the way to 191. And so this presents two potential trades. One, a gap fill, and two, a dip buy, a dip and run. So let's look at that on the daily chart here. I mean, the intraday chart. And we'll get a better sense of that. I drew in a range here around 160, 185 and 186, where it will find lots of support. If price gets down into that range, we'll be looking for some kind of a signal, probably green over red on the 5-minute, for an entry. And what we used to do with that, with the mega dip buy play, is at the money options that you have to sell back later the same day. So you don't want to have pattern day trading rule working against you here. We're looking for green over red on the 5-minute candles. That was what we will be looking for. Yeah, NVIDIA getting bought up nicely today too. I have it down in the corner. Not quite as much of a range, but yeah, I suppose we already missed a lot of that trade. We could also get a potential breakdown that you could play in price. Like if we break 185 on snow, it could end up gap filling, $10. So in that case, then you go with at the money puts, or you just go ahead and short shares. And you'd want to learn the 1% rule in order to size your trade so you're not over risking. You can learn about the 1% rule in my Market Mastery. You can just go to e3tradinggroup.com. Right on. All right. So other things we're looking at this morning is KPRX, which is up a lot pre-market on decent volume. 45 million shares traded, and it's holding above WAP quite nicely. So everyone's in the positive, no panic at this time. That's what VWAP basically means. Everyone's in the positive, and so everyone feels like holding. They don't feel any emergency. So in about 9 minutes, the market will open. It still has an opportunity to break down and fail before the open, but if it can stay above 21 cents, then that trade could be on. You could open position now pre-market or whatnot. Once it breaks over 24 cents, so 21 cents is your stop, 24 cents is the pre-market high. That's when it could go ballistic, potentially. Again, the market wins may have something to say in how everything works out today. Also, it's Thursday, and the market's been generally low volume nearing the end of the week. So usually you get more momentum on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I'm liking that snowflake trade. Well, we already went over, Jeremy. We already went over the market pretty extensively, so I don't want to get into it again too much. Didn't bore anybody. FIGS is failing out right now. VAX, not sure what the news is there, but it's pretty flat at $6. However, it did go to a 9 on the reaction, whatever that was. So there's some potential on this one, VAX, VACC. Looks like this. It's been fading, but there's some good range there. It's spiked to 9. I'm not even showing that on TradingView. So maybe that's a blip in the matrix. Nvidia, we're watching that as well. Drug is another one that has some potential this morning. It seems like every time drug pops, it gets sold into. So this would be for a scalp at best. I mean, you're lucky to be in it for just a couple of minutes. But if it can get over yesterday's high of 260, maybe it'll go and test 340. But you'd want to watch for the psychological level of $3 also. I mean, you just want an excuse to be taking profits all the way up as it happens. Don't just sit there. And then that trade will be over as soon as it starts. But there's a small chance, maybe a 1 in 30, 1 in 40 chance that that turns into a blue sky run breakout potential. Very doubtful based on past behavior. Chris says CRM, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General all down. But staples are up this morning, so I think that those are going to get bought up if they're down. I would say 152. Gosh, what a drop! It's hard to get, Chris. It's hard to get a lot of movement out of staples, But I think Dollar Tree, people are pretty hot about that one. Let me see Dollar General. Yeah, not as much of a move. Dollar Tree. Why wouldn't that be bought up? Consumer staple at a 10% discount. Everybody needs that. So I imagine that's going to get bought up on the market open. But again, low volume day today to be expected. A little bit higher than yesterday, but the money flow might not be there. The momentum market has slowed a lot this week. This definitely is a cooling off of the momentum market, and trades are not holding and following through. You like Dollar Tree off to 150? That's the buy zone if you look at the daily. Randy says absolutely has. Yeah, Randy playing the momentum market every morning. Really tapped into it. If you keep like a chart, again, I've said it before, of the number every day, the number when you come to every day at the same time, you can measure the market, whatever it is, but pick the same time. It's like the scale, that you weigh yourself with. You want to keep it exact same location, and you want to weigh yourself with at the same time. Same thing with this measurement. And what you do is measure how many stocks are up over 50%, how many stocks are up over in pre-market over 100%, and how many stocks are up over 20%. That can give you a gauge, sort of like ABC quality, A, 100% or more, B, so you can see how many A's do we have, how many B's, how many C's, and some days, and then you just put that on a calendar, you mark the numbers, and you'll see the trends, and you can easily know what's going on. And that's really important. You would think that is just ridiculous nilly-dilly, and it will be able to help you know if we're moving up into momentum on a day-by-day basis so that you can size up. You want to be able to size up at the right times. And when the momentum slows, you don't just size down a little bit because it came back a little bit. You back all the way the fuck off. So the only time you ever size up is on increases. Anytime there's a decrease, boom, you just go full defensive. Never know. If you're risking your capital, it's not the other way around. They're not vacuuming your money. So, once they start vacuuming your money, that's when you stop giving it to the market. So once you start seeing that money is being sucked up instead of the other way around, once the balance has shifted like that, you don't back off a little bit. You back off all the way. All right, we've got like 2.5 minutes until the market opens. just noticed by accident there is a preferred shares for IMPP. It's IMPPP, and the yield is supposed to be 8.75%, but I believe it's below par value, so therefore it's probably yielding maybe 12% paid out quarterly. It's a kind of a fresh company though, so that comes with some risk. However, preferred stocks, preferred stock shareholders are paid in a liquidation scenario before public shareholders. So it can be a good time during the lows of this bear market to build yourself a dividend portfolio. What's up with URPP? URPP. IMPP, URPP. IMPPP. You doing penny stocks or regular? The whole smorgasbord. We're doing Snowflake seems to be the best opportunity this morning. All right, so let's keep our eyes on it. Snowflake. It's a little bit light on the volume side, but I do think a dip play will work out. The hell, what happened to my? There we go. What happened to my rectangle? I drew my rectangle. Where's my rectangle? There we go. I think that is the opportunity to watch. It's a day trade. The market set to open pretty much where it expected, which is at yesterday's highs. And it's not really indicating any radical change. Let's see. On the high end, snow is at hit 192.43. So if it breaks the upper end and you have full day trade, pattern day trade capability, then you could risk entering at a break of 192.50, because that would be pre-market breakout, which would definitely be a momentum signal. However, that could fake out, turn into a dip, and then you need to exit, and then eventually once it settles in, we'll get a dip buy going. And of course, there's also the short possibility for the gap fill, and that would be a breakdown at the 185 price level. Nice of you to join us, Becca. Dondrell says. All right, we've got 1 minute to the open or so. How many seconds? Oh, right now. There we are. Okay, market is open. Dar. Check on these in a minute. Dring, dring, bang, bang, boom. Jesus crikeys. These in a few minutes. Okay. All right. There goes snow breaking pre-market high. Boom. There's the signal for momentum upside breakout. Again, this could turn into a fake out and a dip buy. But right now we've got a running. We've got it running, breaking pre-market high. Snowflake, SNOW, breaking 192.50 level, signaling the entry. And there's that pullback. It's a fake out. It's a fake out. So, you don't want to be doing that unless you have that day trading capability. Otherwise, you're going to trap yourself. It's a trap. It's a trap. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, nice pullback. We are going to get our dip buy, folks. This is looking really good. Love the pullback. Hate when it just goes green and runs. KPRX broke pre-market high, 25 cents. That's an entry. Now hitting 26 cents. Pulled back to 25 cents, still at the entry. Again, that could fake out. Drug breaking pre-market high. Drug 240. That could be a momentum entry right there on Drug. Looking forward to break 260 eventually, which would set in motion potential scalp trade up to 3 for 50% partial profits, and maybe to 360, which could lead to a blue sky breakout. We talked about it already pre-market. Make sure you show up early. I already went over it. NVIDIA really filling that gap. It's at 171 now. And over on Snow, we're starting to turn around a little bit. Hopefully we don't get a premature entry here. I need this dip to hold for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, we're open. We're 2 minutes into the market. Okay, good. It's pushing back down again. Snow. Trying to get into that demand zone, that buy zone, that support zone of 185-ish. I'm sorry, 186-ish. 185, 186 area. Very hard to see these little numbers. Say hello to my little numbers. Making trading sound like a hockey game. Well, there's a lot of shit going on this morning. KPRX now at 28 cents. Entry was at 25. Rebecca's been all over it. She might have got in at 22.5, I'm guessing. But I bet I'm right. I know Rebecca. I know Rebecca better than she knows herself. I know Camille better than he knows himself. Isn't that right? Like, he's telling the truth. All right. We are getting some support on snow right now at 190-ish. Really don't take off that quickly. The reason why we wait for the 5-minute candle is it's really a strong signal. It's 5 times stronger than a 1-minute candle or less. 1905. Wow, good job, Rebecca. Damn. All right, I hope you're taking profits every, what is it, Randy, on the stock that's 25 cents? Penny, I think, probably. Make sure you're taking 5 or 10% on every penny. Drug did break the pre-market high. It's now at 248. Drug could be leading us up to 260. At which point it really heats up. And again, drug is it's going to be a quick rug pull type of scalp that you're going to be doing on that. Do not let your money sit. Do not let it sit there. Okay, good. We're pushing down on Snowflake more. This is what we need. Need more red 5-minute candles. Ideally, we get a bottoming tail 5-minute candle somewhere down there in the demand zone, and then maybe some tightening, and then it breaks over the bottoming tail candle, and then we get in, and hopefully that's all over VWAP. We also need that ideally to be all over VWAP, although we'll take what we can get. One of the best ones of these that I did was on Zoom, I think. Zoom and 2020 mega dip buy trade yielded with just 20 option contracts, $35,000 return in 27 minutes, something like that. So this can be a very strong strategy in play. Typically only works in a bullish market. Market is pulling back on the open. Snow kind of following the market. It's not decoupling and doing its own uncorrelated movement. It's moving pretty in lockstep with the market itself. So it's not doing an intrinsic move yet. Like, in other words, no one's buying up or selling off snow any indifferently than the general market is moving around. So they're not reacting yet. The reaction hasn't really started. Does that make sense? Observations you wouldn't think about in your first couple of years of trading. It takes a little more experience to kind of understand this stuff in risk management. Once you hit that risk management level, you'll notice layers of the market that are very meaningful. All right, I want to take a look at DAR. Potential breakout entry on DAR. Let's see how it's doing. Farron. Okay, that is an entry on DAR. I'm going to go post it DAR. Oh, I would put the risk to the low of yesterday's candle. So uh, $3 a risk DAR, swing 100 trade DAR. Becca says drugs. The alert is going out on DAR. The price may just keep going up. You never know. So if you like to get into these swing 100 trades, now's the time. Remember, if it goes against you, you got to get out. If you can't get out, pattern day trading rule, whatever, don't get trapped. Get a put with the same number of delta, or puts with the same number of delta to match your number of shares that you bought. And that should lock it up like you sold it. And make sure it's more than 7 days to expiration so you don't lose very much money on the theta. We could talk a little bit about options tonight if you want, but for the most part, you can find a lot about options that I've already taught in Market Mastery. Drug hitting 288. There it is. It broke over that 260 level. That's what I was talking about. Now it's hitting 291. So it's starting to blue sky a little bit. At 360, it goes ballistic blue sky at 360. So it's breaking those levels. The momentum signals were there. Should not have been ignored. The entry initially was at 243-ish pre-market high breakout. And it was possible if you're experienced to get in a little bit lower than that. Hopefully RJ's on it, but I think he maybe arrived late. And we talked about that drug opportunity and spelled it out perfectly. Make sure you show up to the pre-market trading game plan here and take notes and write down these levels. We're not just, these are tradable levels. Randy's on it. Yeah, it's been on his stocking list for the past 2 weeks. Randy knows the game plan too. It's like being a part of the number one football team. You know the plays. Or a baseball team. Oh, right. There goes Snow with further breakdown. Very nice. That's what we need to see. Now we can start paying attention to the 5-minute candle. Start to look at potential signal. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Snow, we see you. We see you. We see you, Snowflake. All right, Randy, don't get trapped in a rug pull. I'm telling you, there's been, it's not just rug pullage going on, but there could be potentially insiders selling into this the last couple of days. There could be some big stakeholders who keep selling into these pops. And, the smartest of them did it first. And now you got the last of them potentially being more impatient. And so, you're going to get a smaller move out of this. Careful. You can always get back in. So white as snow. Zim. All right, we've got 2 5-minute candles formed on snow. And we are now in the demand zone. Just love it. This play on Snowflake is shaping up perfectly. Please get your orders ready. When we break over like 188 at the moment, that would be the trigger level. That would be where we go for it. At the money calls. Now remember what I said. If we break down below 185, that's short. That could be a fake down though. So we gotta be careful. You need to be limber and be able to be in and out and playing all these signal levels properly. It helps if you have over $25,000 non-restricted account for day trading. That's why I always recommend $30,000 account if you're going to do day trading. And until you've got that, to practice, simulate trade, and build up your money, your savings, build up that account. Perhaps just invest it in the meantime. Slow motion trades, and nothing stupid. You got to be shitting me. Oh man, Pan W trade. Yes, making new highs. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pan W. Who's in that one? That one's following through today, just like planned. Also following through, LTHM, lithium, with some further 3% price move to the upside. Oh, no, more than that. I'm looking at the wrong. No, that's correct. 3%. All right, we're coming close to the 5-minute point here on snow. Huge spread on snow at the money calls nearest expiration. Carl, okay, then just use shares if you can. Just use shares. You don't have to trade options. No one's fucking forcing you. Like, I recommend you trade shares anyway. But there's a lot of people out there. They've got a $2,000 account, a $5,000 account, and they want to make 60% on this trade, 100%, 300%. That's what this kind of a trade can do. Carl's like, I was just looking at them. So, we've got that going for us. Snow. What I was looking at is, where do I got money? Where do I got money? Not there. How about over here? Enough. How about over here? Meh. Gonna have to sell something. Let's hope I've got something doing bad so I can liquidate some. Unfortunately, everything I've got's doing great. Sorry to report. We got to sample that laugh. What was that laugh? That was the "unfortunately I'm rich." Did you ever see that Jim Carrey on David Letterman doing the how does he laugh now that he's rich? I can't even do it. It's just so funny. You got to look that up, you guys. On David Letterman, after Jim Carrey became rich, he said his it's the small things that change. For instance, at parties, when he laughs at jokes. Yes, I know. Snow's looking okay. There's the breakdown on snow. If you want to get short snow at 160, this 165 breakdown, now it could gap fill all day. That's not the same thing as a mega dip buy, but you could now short snow for a short trade, breakdown gap fill. But you should again only do that if you can exit the trade today. You do not want to get trapped. It's a trap. So see how snow? That's exactly what happened. Snow bounced off of the breakdown of the 185 level. It got bought up. So it's like price goes down below that level, gets bought up. So here it comes. Let's see what minute number we're at here. 46:50. 46 and 50 seconds. 47, 48. I wouldn't enter with any conviction until at least the 48th minute, until 3 minutes out of 5. And even then, I'd prefer 3.5 minutes out of 5 for confirmation. We still don't even have an entry confirmation yet. Remember that number was 188 to break over 188. I can't say that, Mike. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play this, unfortunately. I have all my money tied up in at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts that I have open right now on my system. Everything's tied up in plays, but I'm rooting for you guys. When the trigger happens, I'm right here. I'm your coach. So let's see what happens. Okay, we are at the 3-minute point out of 5 on this candle. I need to slap a countdown indicator on this. Countdown interval timer 28. Let's see. There it is. Try that again. No. All right, well, we'll leave it alone for now. Countdown timer, sing a song. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close here on the 5-minute candle, and we're getting close. The timing is right. The pricing is right. The volume is almost there. It's almost there. Not quite there. I'd like to see breakout volume, but sometimes that can happen right at the push. So we're looking for a break over the previous high, this previous candle, which was high 187.78. That's why I say 188. We have 50 seconds left on this particular candle, which means if we break 187.50 now, that would be the trigger. Okay, and the momentum can happen fast. That could all happen in less than 20 seconds once we get over the 5-minute mark here. Entry could just zoom right by. We got 30 seconds until this candle completes. And all the traders that trade 1-minute candles, 2-minute candles, 5-minute candles, this is a 15-minute mark also, 15-minute candles, 10-minute candles will have 4 formed. There's so many traders converging on their strategies here. This is why the 5-minute candle dip buy strategy works pretty well. It's kind of miraculous. Like, it's not going to happen. When it triggers, it does happen. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. 20 seconds. That last candle was formed. Now, if we get over 187.50, 187.40 could really be the precise entry. 187.50, if we can get over it, at the money option calls. And VWAP is sitting right there. So it's going to catapult right past VWAP if it breaks 187.50. This is called the mega dip buy, and usually works best in a bullish market. So there's no guarantees here, guys, as far as probabilities go. A lot of forces working against us. Okay, so we're still waiting for that trigger of 187.50. You got to get your. How many of you have your fingers just right on it, right on that button, just waiting for it? How many of you are like that right now? Love it. Yeah, Randy's like that. Me, Carl, Glenn. Yeah. This is a really perfect formation at the moment. Now, this next candle that it's forming now could fuck it up a little bit. And so for that reason, I'll get you new information. But during this 5-minute candle, if we can get up above 187.50, that's it. That's a perfect formation. This next candle, however, causes us to go into another 10 or 20 minutes of waiting. In the meantime, drug popped over 3. Oh, there you go. Look Look at Rebecca. It's right on that. Everybody, you're all looking at that. Drug popped over 3, pulled back to 294. That's a key psychological level. So you want to be out at least 50%, maybe 25%, at least 50% at this key psychological level. And then because the writing's on the wall. We've already had 2 prior days. If you get fucked on this, you are stupid, because you had a lot of prior days information to tell you that when the price gets up to these key levels, in an instant, you could get your capital ass handed to you. So you have to take the 50% profits at these levels, because that could be all it goes. And then now you can just think of it as that now you just got in for a leaner amount for the rest of the trade. You don't have to think of it as, a FOMO or fear of missing out, because you're selling. It's the proper thing to do. Take some profits. And then now you're still in a position at smaller size. That's fine. 292, staying fairly strong. KAVL is holding from the open, KAVL. If it were to break over 1.9, could create the momentum to push it over 2. It's building a base right here, so you could potentially be entering here with a stop at 1.59, breakdown of 1.6. Other prospects like SoFi and APRN not really happening too much. Okay, I think we're coming up on the 5-minute mark. We got 45 seconds to finish off this 5-minute candle. Yeah, Avia. Okay, I've been. We were paying attention to that a couple days ago. I think it's failed out. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look at it now. If you're telling me to look at it. Okay, we got 30 seconds. Okay, we're coming up. 187.14. And volume is starting to flow in. 20 seconds till this 5-minute candle completes. And the trigger point will still be 187.50 after this. 187.50. Whoa, here it comes. 187.37. Woo, it's starting to push. Not on increased volume. 5 seconds until this candle finishes. Watch that 187.50. In the next 10 seconds, all the algorithms are going to trigger. It could really start a buying frenzy if it breaks 187.50. If it breaks 187.50. It is so close. 186.98. It can happen very quickly. 187, 187.10, 186.99, 87. Like to see it. Oh, here comes volume. I'm seeing volume flow in. Okay, it's backed off a little bit. 187.02, 06, 10. I want to see some more volume like that again. $187.40, really the perfect trigger point for anyone who's wants to be pinpoint accurate. 187.41 to be precise. All right, pulling back a little bit. See, no signal. No signal yet. It's almost miraculous, like I say, how this works. It's just crazy. 187.05. Where are we in the minutes here? Okay, we're halfway through this 5-minute candle. So this starts to get to the point where, I would prefer we be towards the end of the candle. Timing can help the thesis, can help the probability of the trade work out. It doesn't mean you don't get in if it breaks 187.50, but when it happens towards the end of the candle, it means the candle's going to end like that. Make sense? Or make dollars? Does that make sense or does that make dollars? I would love to hear Rebecca say that. She's got that accent. Makes dollars. Hey, who's in Wolf? Anybody in the Wolf swing trade? It's happening. 187.32. We're getting an increase here. Boom! There it is. 187.54. It triggered. Here it goes. 187.68. 187.70. All right. So the risk to stop is 184.40. That is a $3 risk. $3 of risk. And that's where your stop is. 184.50. 184.40. And we're in. We're in. Now we just hold and we follow the path of victory. It's called the path of victory. And we could be holding for 45 minutes. Okay? So congratulations on getting in. You're now in the play. You're now in the mega dip buy play. And look at the market. The market turned around. We've got the winds in our favor. I'm telling you, this shit's fucking miraculous when it works out. It works out when it triggers properly. And this is a perfect setup, I would say. With the VWAP, break over VWAP, on the dip, a couple of consolidation candles, a couple of green shifts to green. You're sitting pretty. $3 a risk for whoever's playing this. And I was not able to get an entry. I looked everywhere in time. Maybe I'll get in late right now. Let's just to have a little fun with it. But I am definitely late and decreasing my reward to risk ratio. And Thinkorswim is fucking slow, of course. Look at it go, guys. This is what I'm talking about. How many of you right now who are in it? Who's in the snow mega dip buy trade? Randy. Oh, Randy knows this play. I think. Randy's been with me long enough. But almost everybody here doesn't know this play. RJ, you remember this play? Yeah. I asked this morning, who remembers this play? Nobody. It was crickets. Dundrell maybe. He was like, isn't that amazing? It's crazy. So I developed that over many, many years. As some of you know, I lost over $1 million learning how to trade dips in a single trade at the beginning of my trading career 20 plus years ago. So I've definitely put a lot of R&D money into this. Look, I'm telling you, isn't this crazy? It's miraculous because the next level to hit is going to be the high of the day. First, we got to get over the open, which is what? 191.50. And at 191.50, that's your first profit target. And you can take off whatever amount you want there. It depends on how many options you got or how many shares you got. You could take off 5%, 10%, a quarter, even half at the open. First profit target is the open. 191.50. Now the nice thing is only $1 more. 192.70 is the high of the day. So very nearby. We could be breaking the high of the day, which also turns out to be the pre-market high. So that is a key level to break 192.70. It won't be just straight up. It could be, but it won't be just straight up. It could take 45 minutes and we could be going back and forth, and the trade could fail out. That can happen too. So, but the possibilities here are usually quite good when this trade triggers. This is the kind of trade I wait for, Chris, as far as gap plays. The other stuff, that's good little scalp plays on some of the mediocre gaps. But this size of a gap, this is when it works. Yeah. Look at how it bounced right off of that demand zone. How much you guys up? Let's hear. Take some screenshots just in case. How much you guys up? Percentage, dollars, both. What can you tell me? Chris is up $600. How about percentage? $700. Steve's up $700. Infinite memes or infinite karma is up 25%. 25% for infinite karma. Oh, I didn't even I forgot I'm even in the play. Didn't I buy into this? It then. Did it like not? Oh, did I get it? Did the order? What the hell happened? I didn't get filled? Oh, I did get filled. I'm gonna fucking. No, just kidding. Where is it then? It's really weird. It should be in my unallocated. Wow, I have no idea. Did I get filled or not? Oh my god, are you serious? What did it get? I got QQQ. I thought I was on snow. Son of a bitch. Well, that's working out too. Bastards. Now I'm really jealous of you guys. And of course, I bought it at like the high of the Qs. 30% says Steven. Great. Infinite Karma says thank you. Yeah. Oh, geez. Haven't had that happen for. That just shows, what happens when you're scrambling. I should have known because it was so cheap. Let me check the pricing on snows. I didn't even check the chain. Now that I'm checking, yeah, it's roughly what I paid for the Qs anyway. Maybe double. Okay, what percentage are you guys up on your options? Let me live vicariously through you. I want to hear those options percentages. At the money nearest expirations. That's how we do it. RJ knows. He's been through this. Chris has shares. That's fine. You're up dollars. That's fine. But who's got the options? Heck, if you guys all traded shares, I'm super proud of you. That is funny. It's funny and sad. What would have been sad is if I had bought back the same strike that I had dropped this morning as my hedge. Oh no, because those were puts. No, but so that in that account, which had a little bit of money in it, it's below PTD, and I can't make one more mistake in that account, or they'll flag me forever. FINRA's new rules don't allow for clemencies. I believe. If we break the low of the prior candle on the 5-minute, you can optionally get all out and you can just take the trade the way it is. Or you can optionally get half out or a quarter out. We're almost there. We're almost below that other candle. Or you can use the pivot point trading system to hold through. There it is. That's a potential exit right there on this snowflake trade. That is potential exit. Now, it can keep going and you can hold through these pullbacks using pivot point trading, or you can now take all of your profits and just call it a day, or half your profits, a quarter, whatever you want to do. But that is a signal right there that at least the first rally is over. Do with it what you will. For example, when I traded the Zoom trade, we used pivot point trading and not just the prior candle's low. And so I did hold it for max move. And that's my patented technique coined called day swinging. You guys are experiencing a day swing. This is how we day swing. All right, I'm going to take a look at some of the other stocks I meant to look at this morning. Hershey. Nope. IPI, IPI, Potash. Nope. DAR. We signaled an entry. DAR. Fucking A, yeah. Who got that DAR? Swing 100 trade. Hopefully you got that. Boy, did that take off on breakout. Very nice. Went from 78 now to 79.50, up over 3%. And then also Ford had some kind of a trigger. Wow. Possible trend line breakout entry, swing 100 style trade going on Ford, F, ticker F. Benjamin, you're in. Good job for simulated trading, probably, right? I believe you're doing simulated trading. Good stuff. CVNA, Carvana. What do you want to know about Carvana? I mean, maybe it's an entry off of the bottom off this pullback. That was quite a retrace, though. Maybe this is the lowest it'll get off of bottom reversal that confirmed, a week or two ago off of earnings report and guidance. And then maybe this is, potentially the lowest entry that, you could trigger 36.50. Right now it's at 38.80. So, if you believe in the Carvana story, I haven't checked the fundamentals. Fundamentals look they look okay. It looks healthy. Dangerous, but healthy. I mean, they're, a new growth company. Check Nicola, please. Must I? Yeah, Nicola dying a slow death. It's in good health, but it's on its last legs. DIXT, I would just, it's a penny stocking trade. I believe you just get out if it didn't follow through. I have that in another account, so I'm gonna need to get out of that as well. Let me go check in on the Snowflake trade. How is that doing? Can go through like a 30 or 45 minute pullback when it starts that first pullback like that. I know it's still in good health, So see how I was talking about how when it breaks that prior candle low, it does not mean it's the end of the trade. But that can be for some of the more defensive players. That can be the exit when it breaks the prior candles low, and you'll get what you get, and you're probably happy, But for others, if you want to get max hold time on this, then we use pivot point trading to get that. Best for that is the 2-minute chart. Oops, not daily chart, 5-minute. And so BIXT, next day it opened up. It's a penny stocking trade. Let me see on the chart. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, the whole point to get it was for it to have a massive follow through, like overnight in pre-market, and some kind of incredible day the next day. That's the real point of that. You don't want to be in for any of this pullback. Yeah. And that's what I have to do right now. I've got it somewhere, got it tucked away somewhere here. There. Okay, we're getting some pullback on snow, but that's just ordinary pullback. Right now, we've got to wait to see if this bottom kicks you out of the trade, or if it creates another leg up. Who thinks it'll be another leg up? There you are. All right. Peekoo. Oh no, there you go. I was just like trying to give myself the negative first, just in case. Michael, because the fucking thing sometimes won't take market orders. How much interest do you weigh on moving average crossovers? Negative, positive, positive, negative between 820 and 50. None. The crossover for me is fucking delayed and meaningless. The crossover. But I do use the direction and price over those things. And I do use, like, looking back in the mirror. I can say thesis wise, oh, we crossed over on the MA a while back. So, this trend is really in trend, something like that. But I don't fucking use a crossover for an entrance or an exit, or to time my entries or my exit. Crossover, moving average crossover timings are completely laggy. So I don't use that at all. But I do use it to firm up a thesis on direction on something. However, there is the Gail Morales 521 play, which does use a crossover technique. It actually does. What the fuck is that? Oh, yeah. You can read up on it. I'll write it. You see if you can find it somewhere. Good luck in finding that. Okay, so this signifies now we're in a pullback, first pullback leg on a 5-minute chart on snow. Origin, use it in a sentence. Yeah. Uh, let's do the Gil Morales 521 on this. Guys, so funny. So funny, you guys. Right. I think that we're, you know what? I'll stay with you. I'm going to stay with you until the completion of this snowflake trade. Who's still in the snowflake trade? And not because you're not going to get out, but because you're looking for the precise moment to get out. Not because you're trapped, you're going to stay in it, pattern day trading rule, you're an idiot, whatever. But because you're waiting for the correct exit. RJ's all out of snow. All right. Good job. But I did in the morning. We do the market analysis, and kind of happening the way I said. Looking for 191.50 for your first target. Okay. Uh-huh. out made 351. Chris made 300 only. That's fine. Good job. Steve made the same amount of money. Good job. Okay. BNSO Golden Cross setup. All right. Hilarious. Nvidia's up to 175. Big component of the Qs and I believe the S&P 500. So Nvidia alone helped pushing the market up. Apple as well. Tesla has pulled back. What was I just about to look at? The Golden Cross on BNSO. Okay. Yeah, no, no. BNSO is not necessarily a trade. Let me see what the valuation is on it. $2.08. And it's at 381. So it's overvaluation right now and not a good value trade, which is what these usually are. Doesn't look like a good penny stock trade or momentum trade. Nothing there. All right, let's go back to snow and keep monitoring that. This could go on for an hour or two, as it starts to level off. How many of you have the capability of shorting things or grabbing puts on things? Mm-hmm. Now, some of you may be unaware of a strategy that hedge funds use called long short, and it means you get long. It's kind of a swing trade kind of environment, a little bit longer. Could be like a week to a month type of holds, a week to a month buckets of long, or a week to a month buckets of short. And you're not trading the direction that a trend is moving. In other words, it's going up, so you're long, and then it starts going down, so you go short. No, 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 no. What you do is you get into things that are in an uptrend long. And the stronger, more certain, more smooth, and higher probability, the better, obviously. And then you simultaneously get into an equal amount of positions that are dying, that are short opportunities, that are shorts, not even just an opportunity, but they're pumping. They're in that direction. They're in that downtrend. And again, certainty. You get good at reading the charts. You're looking for that certainty, smoothness, high probability, and you get into an equal amount of deltas going short, and then you hold them both. And what happens is 3 out of 4 market days, or 75% of the time, you will experience break even or equal gains or no movement, or gains, no matter how the market moves. Because on good market days, your good long stocks will go up and your good short stocks will hold flat. And then when the market pulls back, then those long stocks will go level, and then your short stocks will go down and make you money. And so you're making money on both sides every day. It's long short strategy. So that's something you can get into on your third or fourth plus years of trading. And that is talked about in detail, called a Delta Zero portfolio. How to create a Delta Zero portfolio is perfect for market uncertainty moments when we're at tops or bottoms or in grind zones or going sideways. Perfect for those situations. It's also good when we're trending. Yep, hedging. And you can learn all about that in my Market Mastery There's at least an hour lesson in there, all about how to run and create a long short delta neutral portfolio. It's down there about 75% of the way through the lessons, but they're not in any order. Once you have access to the Market Mastery, it's on demand. Learn at your own pace. Go out of order, whatever you want to learn. Hop to it, jump to it, skip. It's all good. Here goes snow. For longer expirations, doesn't the spread between bid ask get a lot larger? Completely depends, Dennis. No, it completely depends. It's a huge depends answer on that one. A big old, uh, 30 pack of depends. Adult depends. All right, we hit 191 on snow and came up and over the pivot. So the trade is still going. NVIDIA hitting 176 on the gap fill. Is Chris still with us? Chris, what is the the low? When does NVIDIA hit some resistance? Where's the bottom? I'm not looking at the daily charts. I'm trying to stay on snow. Where's the end of the gap fill, if you will, or where's that? Where's all the data, the prior recent orderage at? We're getting close on NVIDIA. It sure doesn't act like it. Looks like it wants to get to like 178 or more. There goes 191.66. You got your first profit target. Congratulations, everybody. Your first profit target on snow. Nearby is only $1 higher. How much you up on snowflake? What percentage gains you got? Remember, this is a great spot to take off a quarter of your position, 10% of your position, 50% of your position. This is the mega dip buy trade play, and this is how we do it. Your stop is now raised to 187. 187. And here we are hanging out at the first significant level, which is the open. Why is this such a great level to hit? Because it turns the candle on the daily chart green, and now swing traders start to get interested. So now a whole new flow of trader money comes in. And guess what? We're only a point away from the high of the day. What happens at the high of the day? A whole nother set of strategies and players come in. They get the high of the day breakout. Breakout traders start coming in. So we have that bottom reversal entry that we did. That's a demand zone type trader train we get on. And then we have we turn green, the green candle switch there at the open, which is where we're at now. And now in $1, we get the high of day breakout trader entry. From there, it becomes a blue sky type trade. So this is another point to get entry on snow. I would not. I love the low risk entry. That's why I would hold on, because I got such a good entry at a low level earlier. That gives you the buffer to be able to hold on all day. You subsidize your risk. I would not get in now, no. $180 on NVIDIA. 180 is what everybody's watching. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah. All right, who's still in Snowflake, and what percentage up are you? That's what I wanted to hear. Who's still in Snowflake, snow, on the mega dip buy trade, and what percentage up are you? Oh, oh, all right. Now we're talking more day trade. All right, we're getting really close to making progress towards that high of the day, 192.70. These trades are just miraculous. Oh, okay. Well, next time don't get don't get out, Chris. Well, I don't know. I mean, depends on how many shares you're playing with, but yeah, you're not used to this play. You know, this is a different kind of play. It uses the 5 minute candles. It plays out a little bit differently. There will be a max move happen. All right, there it goes. 192. We're getting close. We're only 70 cents away now. Yeah, we're got to monitor this trade on snow. Here it is, 192.55. How much you guys up on it? On that option trade, you should be up 80% or more by now, maybe over 100%. Probably up 150%. I can check on that. Let's see. Okay, I can tell you how much you'd be up now. Let's see. Pulling it up. I think your swim being real slow. Okay, there we go. So it would cost $4.50, about $5 per share to get in. So $500 option contract, which is currently hitting $9.30. So 9.3 divided by 5. Yeah, 86% gain so far. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, awesome. New height of the day on DAR. Very nice. Glad you got into that, Benjamin. Oof, what a move on DAR. What a move. Very nice. 3% and kicking ass. Pan W doing. All right. How is Cell H doing? Celsius, the energy drink. And then Venom. I like to call it Venom. Venom's knee. And what else we got moving around here? What else we tracking? Netflix, KPRX. Oh, look at that VIX moving down. That's great. The VIX moved down a whole dollar. Very nice. Chowder says his cell H is at 78%. We're still holding, Chowder. Is that correct? That's what we're doing. Is that the plan you're on? Which, are you on the same train we're on? All right, good. All right, Snowflake really, really getting close and tightening up, making higher lows, getting close to breaking the high of the day. See how these it doesn't even care about the open anymore. But you remember how tough it was at the open? How it's like, oh, just to get to that 190, 150 level took a lot of work. Now it's like that's way behind us. Now we're going through that whole lot of work just to break the high of the day. What happens when the high of the day breaks? Blue sky, at least for the most part. Sky is the limit. That's when the trade really becomes worthwhile. And so far it's playing out absolutely perfectly. So here at the high of the day could be another price profit target. So if you have lots of contracts or lots of shares, you can take a little partial profit. Once we crack through the high of the day, you could sell into strength. But it becomes a blue sky trade at that point. So, you do want to keep some position, ideally. And that's completely up to you how you want to trade. But 192.70 is the point where it goes blue sky. NVIDIA hitting 178.38. Amazon moving with it. Apple not really following the same trajectory, but Amazon and NVIDIA pushing the market up. They have a huge part of the market. What happens with Amazon, what happens with NVIDIA is like half of our life in this world, right? So it makes sense that the market's moving mostly because of Amazon and NVIDIA moving. Somebody out there is like, I thought of it that way before. Oh, God. I crack myself up, I tell you. All right. If you go to e3tradinggroup.com, I finally posted my initial cursory thesis on the VIOT value trade. VIOT value trade. You can go to e3tradinggroup.com and you can find that at the bottom of the page about VIOT. You can read my thesis on that. It's only a cursory thesis. I'm going to keep adding to it. And I have some other opportunities to write about as well over there. But that's part of what the new website's going to be able to bring us is some good detailed posts of opportunities. Another cool thing that the website will be able to do eventually is manage your subscription, which is, well, just the first level of what makes it cool. But the next level coolness on that will be that you'll be able to it'll be an affiliate program. And I know some of you love to refer people to the group. You can use that to create a lifetime passive income of small income stream, whatever it would be. It depends how many people you refer. But some of you have referred, dozens. So that can really add up. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we're absolutely doing that. I haven't decided on the affiliate percentage yet, but I can tell you it will be generous. We're not talking 10%. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me sick. It'll be as high as 50%, but no way will it be as low as 10%. Also, one thing I'm considering is automatic loyalty for your subscription, so that every month that you hold a subscription, every month, your monthly recurring costs will go down slightly. So the longer you're here, the more loyal you are, the better rate you get. Yes, sir. Cancel, you start all the way back at the beginning. That's the only way I can offer that. You know what I'm saying? We reward loyalty. You can't pause your subscription or cancel. So that's the trade-off. If you do, you got to start back at the beginning. That's the whole point. It's the whole point. I know there's going to be people that are going to be like, but if I cancel, can I come back in where I was? I've been with you for so long. Um, you missed the point. You missed the point of the whole reason why that would be existing. And no, go back to the beginning if you're going to reset. Yeah. So that'll be a nice little customer loyalty program I got to program in. Here we go. We just did it. We broke out on snow. What's the volume signature like on that? It is a volume breakout. And what minute are we on? Wow, we're only 2.5 minutes in. We have breakout volume 2.5 minutes in, which means we might be breaking 2 or 3 candles of volume by the time the breakout traders start flocking over here. It's coming up on everyone's screens now. Like we've got high R vol. It just broke new high of the day. It's a new 52-week high, perhaps, not sure. But there's lots of traders that potentially start to look at what's going on here. It doesn't mean that this is when they're going to get in, but it's suddenly all the squiddies start to come in and they start doing their work. Somebody said the bigger the screen, the bigger the course they are selling. It was like an instant block. Anyone who shit talks is not on your side. That's something I've learned over the years. Don't excuse that kind of behavior. Okay? How somebody does one thing is how they do everything. Okay? So if somebody's willing to shit talk you in any way, in a minor way, they've already crossed the motherfucking line. You get it? Get those people out of your life. Don't ever let anyone say something bad about you in any way whatsoever. Trust me, it's the wrong behavior. Yeah, Abdul, welcome, man. Abdul, welcome. What about an annual prepay subscription? It's like future options play. No, I do have an annual. I do have an annual, Chowder. It's I think 34% off or something. You can go annual, Chowder. Just write me a private message. You can go annual anytime. Oh, okay, you did. Yeah. No, that'll do the same stepping down as well. Absolutely. I got to get it all programmed in. Nope. Definitely don't want to offer a lifetime, but annual. Yeah. No, I already considered that, and I had run lifetimes in the past, and yeah, for some reason I just don't like the lifetimes. I forget why. I have to go back to the reasoning on it. I just already crossed that decision point where I understand. I already did all the reasoning behind it, and I now know we don't offer lifetimes for some reasons. I forget why, but we definitely do not, and it was for good reasons. I don't know what they are anymore, but because I don't care anymore because we don't do it. But annual is good enough, and annual is at a discount. I do appreciate you with the lifetime. Oh man, with the lifetime question. Chris said, what on snow? Small resistance at 196, but mostly clear to 200. Yeah, the upper side of this trade could come with all kinds of overhead resistance. It's fairly blue sky. There it is. There's the breakout, and it is on increasing volume, bigger than the last 15 minutes of volume in one candle. There it is. There it is. Who's still in the trade on snow? This is a high of the day breakout, and this is how these mega dip buy trades go in a perfect world. This is played out absolutely perfectly. Oh, way to go, Dondrell. Who's got the options from the initial entry that we called out for the mega dip buy trade? I'm very curious what the percentage gain you've got on that is. Oh, actually, I know. Because right now they're worth $9.76 and they were $5 at entry. So you're now up 95%. 95%. Asylum, how's it going, buddy? And on the day from the open, let's see if I can get that information showing here. No, I don't know, but Dondrell, when did you get in? What's your entry price? Initial entry price. You are in shares, I presume. Got the liquidity? You've got the liquidity. Remember to check out VIOT. Hey, yeah, miss you, bud. I know you want to do your own thing. If you wanted to team up with other Discord. Oh, send me a private message. I just completely forgot, you know. Sure, man. Send me a private message over on my Discord if you can, okay? And just remind me when you send me that message, hey, this is an asylum from TikTok. Because it could be that I just forgot about that, okay? Yeah. 192.53, 500 shares. Oh, wow. So you took the breakout trade. Oh, all right. Yikes. Don't you, did you get in at the other entry as well? 187.50? And then I presume you must have got all out then on the 5 minute bottom of the previous candle break. You bet, man. Messaging me here now. Let's see. And the trade is still going on snow, and we're getting higher lows on the 5 minute candles and candles which are closing higher than they're open. So it's all really good positive stuff on the continued trade on snow. Sitting at about 95% gains on the at the money 185 strike calls. What are you talking about, Abdul? You had to buy option 142, sell call 155 on snow. Oh, I see. No, you didn't. Because wait, you bought the put option. Had to buy put option 142 and sell call snow. But yeah, I mean those are worthless now. You don't need to sell it. You'll pay more in fees to sell the option than the dollar you'd make on a penny. No, those are dead. It went the other way, you know. It didn't go down. You would have made money on puts if it went down. It did not, and so now it's dead. What is this mega dip buy strategy? Can I elaborate? I did talk about it a little bit earlier. It's my strategy that I've developed, but it's very similar to a lot of strategies that are similar. But I have the particular kind of rule sets that guide it and have made it work previously. All right, we're getting our first pullback, and depending on how you play these trades, that is a break over the prior candle's low, which could signal taking some profits. However, the way this mega dip buy trade is supposed to play out, we use the pivot point path, and we hold to completion. And your stop right now is 187 in that respect. On the 187.50 entry, your stop is currently at 187, and you could have taken partial profits at what was it, 191.50 and 192.50. It's a 5-minute green over red type candle situation, roughly speaking, with FWAP. There's a lot of factors go into it. I elaborated on it earlier. Yeah, so just come into my group and stay in my ecosystem, follow, subscribe, whatever you want to do there to stay by, and we'll do more of this. As long as the mega tip buy trade works, we'll do more of it. It usually only works on stocks that have gapped up significantly. How's the momentum stocks going? VACC looking interesting. VACC momentum day trading stocks. Nvidia's showing some signs of topping at 178.40. The market itself is still going. And the market this is great news, guys. The growth market, at least the Qs, has gotten up and over Monday's high, which means this is a new high of the week. New high on the week. Cup and handle on KAVL. Interesting. Let's see if that followed through. Nah, it kind of failed out now. Wow, I think there's a big delay. They're talking on YouTube about when I was talking about the affiliate program. Or unless I'm talking about something else. I don't know. Seems like that's what they're talking about. Wow. Talk about a streaming delay. That'd be funny. Somebody's like trading yesterday's stocks. Oh, I wanted to take a look at the Dow to see the Dow is nowhere near breaking over this week's high. But it's just beginning to make some progress in that respect. And the S&P 500 did indeed break over Monday's high. So the S&P 500 and growth market looking good. Let's check out snow and how it's holding on this pullback. So see how we got this low below this other candle, but it was high up here, higher than this one here. And then we got this low and then a low below the candle. That signaled first pullback. And then we were back in rally again, right? Higher high, lower high, lower low, boom. Now we're in pullback. And we got lower low, lower high, getting pulled in again. So we're still in pullback on snow. And what will likely happen next is attempt to retest the prior high. And since we're reaching the end of the morning session, it may just chill out up here. That's completely okay. But it could take hours before the trade fails out and ends, or it may even just grind up gently all day. So if you're in it, then you may end up staying in it for a while here. And so in that respect, I'm going to watch it all day. Let's end the morning market live stream now. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And I'll catch members in the group. You'll know when to get out over there. If you're interested in joining the group, coming in, it's free for your first week. So just go to e3tradinggroup.com.
If you're out there and you want to come into our group and be a part of our member chat area, you can learn all about it if you go to e3tradinggroup.com. Thanks everybody, and have a great morning, and I'll see you in the group. Thank you guys. All right, Randy is pumped. Later.